the 13-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Play clock down to 5, and they're going to burn a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. A carry now for McKissick. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
The tackle.
Back-to-back runs. I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
No score.
57, Mike, 57. Arnie. Check 24, check 24. Switch. He's checking. Crash. Check 9.
And now here's a carry heading left. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
Brought down right at the
A free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle?
Hopkins' kick is good, and it's 3-0 Washington. So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal. So
maybe now the mentality changes in this game, because anytime you get to the red zone and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Madden NFL 21.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. That's going to set him back 5 yards.
Madden NFL 21.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Now a give here to Pollard. Tackle made by Thomas Davis.
Cowboy ball carrier.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Third and long for Prescott. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's fourth down. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Returning here is Wright. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. They're set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Instead of a 3rd and 4, now they have to manage a 3rd and 9 after the delay of game.
Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. You ain't going nowhere.
Now it's Haskins. He's able to find Edmond. 15 yards the pickup. First down, Washington.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
He's brought down.
Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do. That's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Now a handoff here to his running back. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it.
A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
57, Mike. Mike 57. What we got?
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. 7 yards left for 2nd down. Ball at the 10.
I got you. 57. I'm scared. 50. 50. Let's go. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. 50.
Now they'll look to Haskins to throw it to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7.
Mike's 57. Kick it off. In your face. 57, Mike. Mike 57. Focus, defense, focus.
Here's Haskins. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. From 10 yards out. And Washington is able to stretch their lead.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half, and that'll give us momentum going into the second half. Give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip.
Washington 10, Cowboys nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
1st down, Prescott. Gonna take a shot for Gallup. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
For Michael Gallup, incomplete. It's 2nd down and 10.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw is Prescott. On the crossing route, he hits his man, Amari Cooper. 4 seconds left, and there's the timeout. In field goal range and a chance to tack on 3 before intermission. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt. And Zerline's kick is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
Greg Zerline to kick off for Dallas.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the third quarter. Takes this about 5 yards deep. Pollard elects to keep it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think
a battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45, and they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll go again with McKissick. They're able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
The ball carrier. He's brought down at the 37-yard line. It's a gain of 4. Makes it 3rd and 2.
57.
Now here's a carry heading left. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage. Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Washington defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. So the missed 56-yarder, and now the flip side. Good starting field position at the 46 near midfield. No running room for Zeke on first down as he'll maybe get a yard out. Of that.
The tackle made at the 47-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. And that is incomplete.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
Yes, sir.
I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Options galore here. Second and a few inches.
Here we go. 57's a Mike. 57's a Mike. Screen. Strip that ball.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
And he only manages a couple here, down to about the 38-yard line.
Tackle made at the 30.
3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Was 3.
Second down and 8. Now they'll run on the draw. And he's got this pretty close to a first down at the Cowboys' 29. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I think there's a fatigue factor that's kicking in defensively. You know the will is still strong, but I think the offense is starting to bend it just a little bit, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely. It's looked that way. We'll see if they can continue this already strong drive. Now they try the right side here. A gain of 3, second down.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
Now a handoff looking right. 7 yards there and a first down. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field